Demolition of Bristol City has led Derby fans online to getting a little bit ahead of themselves, but who cares? Di says, hotels cheap in London. Scott says, it's a good job that Wembley is an away game. How you all doing? Welcome back to Where Rams Walk. We've got Luke and Stace, both ecstatic Rams fans, following, oh my goodness, 5-0 away at Ashton Gate. Derby's best ever away result in the Championship. What a result. We're tearing our hair over just how on earth that happened. And plus, we're talking about the magic of John Eustace. Let's just remember this. DCFE says, a year ago today, we were in the drop zone and looked in grave danger. Now, just look at us. People still call for Eustace to be sacked. What he's done is incredible. It's so good to see us back at the top end where we belong. Up you Rams. Right then, Stace. Did you see that coming?
I didn't see 5-0. I thought if we came away with a draw, I'd be quite happy. But I thought we could probably nick a 1-0, 2-1 sort of victory, but definitely didn't see 5-0 coming. In all fairness, it probably could have been 7.
Yeah, and credit to any Derby fans who travelled down there, because the traffic was absolutely horrendous around there. And I know you got stuck in it, both of you as well. So well done for those who persevered and didn't turn back. Worth it in the end. Did you calm down yet, Luke?
No, absolutely not. That, to a man, that was perfection of a performance. We haven't played that well away from home since Leeds in the playoffs. It's been that long since I've seen a team like that play football like that, and it was so. At points, I didn't know what I was watching. It was like I don't know what was happening, but it's been coming. It's been coming. Someone's bound to get battered by us, and it's been coming. And it was just Bristol City's turn really, and out more of it comes. Just bring it to home, and then we're laughing.
Yeah, I mean, we feel somewhat responsible, Stacey. If you watched our video last week, our title was "We Need More Entertainment." Okay, we're getting bored by this football, and then of course they go and do that. It's like making all our work quite redundant here. The official page says the biggest ever Championship away win, our biggest ever league win since 59-60. Not even Stacey, you were around then, of course, to watch that, were you?
No,
it's completely rewriting history books. Right, what's your favourite of the 5 goals, Stace?
Probably say Bobby Clark's. From back to front, that was just perfection. It showed you how simple football can be with 1-2 touch football, 5-6 passes, goal. But in all fairness, all the goals were just quality. Big Pat's header, exceptional. Salverson, it was just the perfect performance. I don't think anyone dropped below a 9. And I put out a tweet on Friday night that Matt Clark was in 11. It was outstanding. He was defending so high up the pitch, winning the ball. The press was outstanding. And big mention for Ryan Brewster, who's come under a bit of criticism for his performances. That first goal settled the nerves, and then we just really went for the throat. And it's a lot of Eustace's performances, and we've sat back once we've got 1 or 2 goals in front, and we just kept on going. It was relentless on Friday night. It was just a joy to watch.
Yeah. Who impressed for you, Luke? We should shed that argument, I'm sure, at some point.
Oh yeah, I thought Pat was having quite a quiet game. He looked very frustrated at times, but yet again, Joe Ward with that wand of a foot that's worth like 5 million on its own, whips that in, and Pat just gets above the play, wants it more, sticks it in. But no, Matty Clark was unbelievable. He started off the Bobby Clark goal from back to front, unbelievable all night. But yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to Ben Brereton Diaz. I thought he had another fantastic game, an assist, a goal. He's coming good now. We can see it. It's been there. We've been waiting for it. Now it's coming good.
Yeah, silencing his critics, isn't he? Some Derby fans said Zach Knight was Derby's best player. Stace.
Jason
Knight. Sorry.
He does seem to struggle against us, doesn't he? When he plays, He has. Considering what a quality player he is, he was really off it last season at Pride Park, and he does have seems to struggle when he plays against us for some reason. Long may it continue.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jack O'Brien on Twitter says, and you've still got Morris to come back. God help the Championship. I know we're joking at the start about Wembley and booking up hotels, Stace, but could you?
I would say yes, if we can just get some reasonable home form. If we could sort of at home and just be an average championship side at home, then we're in with a real shout. But yeah, it's so frustrating. I almost want them to run out in the away kit on Saturday against Ipswich and maybe paint Pride Park green or something to make them think we're away from home. And it could, yeah, if we can sort the home form out, we've got a chance. But without it puts that pressure on the away performances, which are really good, and the results are good. But yeah, we just need a bit more balance at home. And just, yeah, as I say, if we were just a mid-table home form team, we're being with a real shout.
Yeah, Ipswich, then Swansea, and then Blackburn to finish off with, Luke. I mean, we tried to explore this last week, didn't we? And say why you're so good away and why you're so good at home. I mean, have you got an answer yet?
I think I'm starting to get an answer. I think if you look, obviously, I don't look at stats because they mean nothing half the time, but we had so much less of the ball than they did. We're so much better when we haven't got the ball. So when we're at home, I think people are, fans are wanting us to have the ball to create more. But when you watch that at home, it's not that entertaining. So people are going to get bored. They're going to be, umming and ahhing and all this. But like I say, sometimes it don't work at home, and I don't know if we're going to have to change something at home to make it work. But yeah, we're so much better without the ball and teams pressing us, and we can just make that space open up like we saw against Bristol. So much space we was making from ourselves from not having the ball. But yeah, at home, I just don't think you can do that a lot. So I don't know what we're going to have to do at home to start getting those results. But if we can, we've got a real shot at getting in that top 6.
Yeah, brilliant. Of course, it always just goes with some negatives. Dominic West says, "What did I just watch? Derby or the old Brazil team? Every man played like demons, except you, O'Donnell. How lazy you were tonight." Yeah, we are. Yeah,
I've got a shout out, Rich O'Donnell. To be fair, his kicking is really good.
Yeah,
and his distribution, and he's calm on the ball, and to come in having not played championship football for so long, and the 2 performances put in, he's not made an error whatsoever. So, yeah. And he's your third choice keeper. That's really good.
Now, Mr. Beck, I think you messaged us before the game saying, "Oh, no Zetterstrom, no Langas in that lineup. We're doomed and everything." So we put a tweet out that said, "Oh, get your money on a home win here on the back of your." On the back,
sorry.
and not just on the back of your advice. Looking at the Derby comments, people going, "Oh, we might as well turn home now. Where's Zetterstrom? No Langas. Give up now." Yeah, just thanks for that. We look like the right man. Proper abuse from Derby fans on that one. Well, we'll take it though. Yeah, Zetterstrom, no Langas. I mean, you must have feared the worst. So clearly you did, because
yeah, it's the. Obviously, January transfer window, we've had a lot of outs come in and not a lot of outs go out, not a lot of players come in. And with the squad we've got, with that light at the back, and then obviously not having a second choice keeper, we've got the third choice still. It was just a big concern saying that Zetterstrom had an illness again, but he played against West Brom, but now he's out again. So that was a bit funny. And I didn't hear anything about the Langas injury until obviously the lineup come out, and that obviously worried me because he's been brilliant for us, but I needn't to worry because Clark and Sanderson were absolutely phenomenal. So I don't know what I was worrying about in the first place anyway.
Yeah, just a word on Sanderson. Stacey's he's been exceptional, hasn't he, recently?
Yeah, he's really stepped up. I know we've said it numerous times, but from his start, he's won everyone over. He's a solid championship player. You know what you're going to get, and you can understand why Eustace has signed him so many times. He's so dependable.
Yeah, absolutely. And bless Derby fans for their humour. I love this one. Rob Love says, "It's not bad, but if Paul Wall was still in charge, we would have won 10-5. Super. Right then. Yeah, Ipswich this weekend then, Luke. They're a funny side. They're not that great away from home. So would you take a point here, or would you actually want to push on for 3, given this is a possible playoff? I can't believe we're saying this. It's a playoff rival.
Yeah, it's a strange one saying that now. I mean, I think after that performance, I think you just got to go for another win. I'm confident after seeing that. It's just that home form creeps into the back of your mind. But I mean, anything can happen. I mean, what I've heard, a certain Mr. Sammy Smodic might be on his way potentially, so he could be the difference maker against his old team. But we'll know more about that tomorrow when the deadline is. But no, I would I would take a point because their own form's it's just not been great. But if we could play like we did Friday night, then they're there for the taking.
Yeah, I mean, without your white and black spectacles on, Stace, if you're Sammy Smoddix and you've got a choice between Wrexham and Derby, which we're hearing is the choice now, what's more attractive to you?
Derby, bigger club, bigger ground, playing for your old manager who got you firing. It's a no-brainer for me. If you want to go for the money, then Wrexham. But yeah, Derby for me. But I think Ipswich is the perfect game for us to a degree at home because they'll comfortably have more of the ball. And unlike West Brom, they're not going to sit with 10 men behind the ball. So should give us a bit more chance to play the sort of game that we enjoy playing. So it could play into our hands, that one, really. But I would take a point.
Play like the wayside, brilliant. Still to come this week, we're up to letter N in our A to Z. Plus, last week we spoke about the best managers for Derby. Who've been the worst that you've had to sit through? We'll get these guys' view on that in a second. But who is the January player of the month for you, Luke?
I've been umming and ahhing about this because it's a tough one because we've had some absolutely brilliant performances, but I think I'm going to pip it to Bobby Clark for me. I think in January, he's been influential as going forward with the ball, assists, goals, moving it forward, not like turning around, passing back. You can really see that talent there that he had, that everyone was sniffing around when he was at Liverpool. Obviously goes to Salzburg, and yeah, I'm really fortunate for us that we've actually got him and he's playing like he is now. So yeah, for me, I'm going to go Bobby Clark.
Brilliant. What about you, Stace? Sorry, I'm coughing fit here.
I think I'm going to go Lewis Travis. He's come back and he's galvanised that midfield. With Ozo coming in as well, he's everywhere on the pitch and he rats around, he gets in players' ears, he gets in the ref's ear, gets under the skin of the opposition. And I think now we've seen him fit, he's making a huge difference. So I think I'll go Lewis Travis on that one.
Okay, cheers, brilliant. Right then, who for you is the worst ever manager that Derby have ever had? Not in terms of the positions or the the relegations or the performances, but in terms of style of football that you've had to endure. Stace, for you, this would be.
It's a close one. It's between Phil Brown. That side was dreadful, but I think I'm going to have to go Paul Jewell. The team looked absolutely clueless. I had so much hope when he came in, having what he'd done at Wigan. But yeah, he didn't seem to know that he was even a football manager. It was just a nightmare. And it's not just the Premier League stuff. It was even when we went into the Championship, he didn't have a clue and was just poor. So yeah, Paul Jewell for me.
Brilliant, Luke.
I'm not going to go with Phil Brown or Paul Jewell. I'm going to go for Nigel Pearson because it still sticks into my mind this day. We lost away to Burton and we were singing to the players, "You're not fit to wear the shirt." And you know it's bad when you're singing that. It was so awful. And what's made it even worse is when we played them, the second half, their goalkeeper then was Bywater, which was our old goalkeeper, and he was turning around to us and saying, "What are you even doing? What even is this?" He was taking the mick out of us. Really, it was like I don't know what we're watching, but yeah, that was so bad under Pearson. It was awful.
Okay. In the comments, can you beat that, or do you agree with Luke or Stace? We'll read some of these out next week. Finally, this week, we're up to letter N. If you've not been watching this, one player for Derby or one event for Derby over the years that should represent the letter in the alphabet. We're up to N. Is this an easy one, Stace, or has this been proved quite tricky thinking back?
I'm going with May 1994, the new Den, playoff second leg against Millwall. Utter carnage. From the minute I got off the coach, grannies and kids were spitting at me. 2 pitch invasions. Radio Derby's car turned over. Car set on fire. And as we left, we were having bricks chucked at the coaches and house windows being put through. You never see anything like it again. And it was just totally bizarre. But we won, got to the final. We won't talk about the final because that's we just don't want to. So yeah, and all that, and because of all the delays, I'd parked in the Eagle Centre car park. Got back at like 4:30 in the morning. That was closed. I had to go to the security guard to let me into the car park and lift the gates to let me out. So, all in all, a day I would never want to repeat again. But the result was brilliant and the performance was outstanding.
New down then it gets in there. Luke.
So every time we've done this, I've always named a player, but this is the first time I will not be naming a player. I'm going to go for I think it might be one of my first big away games. I'm going to go for Ninian Park, Cardiff's old ground. It's 2-1 and it's the 90th minute. The ball's crossed in. I remember it so well. It comes just past the edge of the penalty box and Giles Barnes hits a volley. So sweet, it crashed into the back of the net. It's an unbelievable strike. If whoever's watching this and listening, go and type in Giles Barnes volley against Cardiff because I don't think a lot of people would have seen it. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to go for Ninian Park. Strike.
Brilliant. Right. Well, that's two curveballs there. You've surprised me this week. Brilliant. And of course, no one wants to mention that lot for Ed, of course, as well. You could have put famous victories over them in. No? Okay, good. Right. Super. Now, next week, they're going to run into a brick wall with the letter O. So here's what we're going to do in the comments. Can you think of... No? Oh, you've got one already. All right. We're going to let them put overhead kicks in if you want next week. Can you let us know if you think of an overhead kick or a bicycle kick scored by a Derby player, when, where it was, which they could possibly put into the letter, into the A to Z for letter O next week? Or have you got a player, of course, that could go in there as well? Join us for that. We're also going to look back on the Ipswich game next week as well. If you're a Derby fan that fancies being part of this very small but quite entertaining podcast, put your name in the comments below and we'll get in touch with you as well. Great to have you this week. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Stacey. You've calmed down. Entertaining Derby County, hopefully, are back. Enjoy the home game against Ipswich. See you next week.